In a world full of mysteries, an intriguing question arises. What if Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christianity, was not only in contact with the divine, but also with beings from other planets? Ancient manuscripts and bold theories challenge the traditional view of history. The Vatican, guardian of ancient secrets, could be hiding something that would change everything we know about the life of Jesus. Stories of miracles and supernatural events could actually be encounters with extraterrestrial civilizations. Imagine the scene: a man surrounded by mysteries performing extraordinary feats. What is hidden behind these narratives? Were they just legends or signs of intergalactic contact? As we dive into this theory, prepare to question everything you thought you knew. What do apocryphal texts really reveal? What does the Vatican fear they will discover? Every detail could be the key to a deeper understanding of human history. Stay tuned, as this journey may lead to answers that go beyond what Earth can offer. What's behind these riddles? Let's figure it out together. Ancient manuscripts and apocryphal texts are fascinating sources that often remain in the shadow of canonical writings. Among these texts, the Book of Enoch stands out, as it mentions interactions between humans and celestial beings, raising questions about the nature of these encounters. In Jewish tradition, Enoch is an enigmatic figure who, according to some interpretations, could have had contact with non-human beings. This type of report can give rise to reflections on the role of Jesus within this broader context. In addition to Enoch, other apocryphal texts also suggest that Jesus may have had experiences that are not restricted to what we know in traditional scriptures. This leads to an interesting debate about the canonicity of these texts and what they could reveal about the life and teachings of Jesus. If we consider these writings as part of cultural and religious heritage, we can enrich our understanding of early Christianity. These manuscripts invite us to look at the story of Jesus in a new light. Instead of seeing him as just a religious figure, we can begin to imagine his interactions with beings from other dimensions or realities. This opens up a range of possibilities and interpretations that may seem strange, but are relevant for many who seek to understand spirituality in a more comprehensive way. Furthermore, the analysis of these texts reveals a diversity of thoughts that were circulating at the time. This suggests that ideas about non-human beings were not exclusive to a single group, but rather a phenomenon shared by several schools of thought. This plurality helps us understand that perceptions of divinity and the supernatural were much more complex than the simplified view that many adopt today. The relevance of apocryphal texts extends beyond mere intellectual entertainment. They challenge us to question what we know and to consider that the story of Jesus may be richer than we imagine. This reflection can lead to a re-examination of contemporary beliefs and a search for a deeper connection with the divine, be it human or not. In the life of Jesus, supernatural events such as the Transfiguration and the virgin birth arouse curiosity. These miracles, often interpreted as divine acts, can be seen from a new perspective, that of possible encounters with extraterrestrial beings. For example, the Transfiguration, when Jesus appears radiant in the presence of Moses and Elijah, could be interpreted as an experience of contact with beings from another dimension. Furthermore, the virgin birth is another aspect that raises intriguing questions. Some theorists suggest that this event could be seen as an alien intervention in which otherworldly beings play a key role. This analysis is not just speculation, but an invitation to review how we perceive divinity and what we consider miraculous. By comparing these events with reports of abductions and encounters in various cultures, we can see similar patterns. Many people around the world report experiences involving a sense of transcendence and revelations while in contact with non-human beings. These comparisons make us question whether, in fact, Jesus' miracles were inserted in a broader context of interdimensional interactions. Furthermore, the way these events are narrated in Scripture can influence our modern perceptions of what is possible. When examining these accounts from a contemporary lens, we are faced with the possibility that these encounters are not as far from current reality as we think. They can be interpreted as metaphors for deep human experiences, which go beyond mere religious belief. Investigating these supernatural events is not only a search for answers, but also a reflection on the nature of faith itself. The idea that Jesus could have had contact with beings from other dimensions leads us to rethink the relationship between the sacred and the unknown, opening space for a spirituality that accepts the extraordinary as part of the human experience. Conspiracy theories involving the Vatican often generate heated debates. Some allegations suggest that the Catholic Church has information about the existence of extraterrestrials and their relationship with Jesus, but is covering up this data. This intriguing narrative is based on the idea that the Vatican, as one of the most powerful religious institutions in the world, has an interest in keeping certain truths hidden. Speculation that the Church could be withholding relevant information is fueled by its long history of control over religious narratives. If the figure of Jesus were indeed related to extraterrestrial beings, it would change not only the way we view religion, but also the Vatican's position as guardian of the Christian faith. For many, the idea that the Church could manipulate information to maintain its authority is a seductive hypothesis. Furthermore, this theory touches on the issue of faith and knowledge. People are often attracted to ideas that challenge orthodoxy. The possibility that the Vatican holds secrets about the life of Jesus and his interactions with non-human beings could offer a new dimension to spirituality, creating a space for imagination and curiosity. On the other hand, the analysis of these allegations makes us reflect on the human need to seek hidden truths. The search for answers about the life of Jesus and his relationship with the universe is a topic that attracts the attention of many, especially in an era in which science and spirituality often move in different directions. The idea that there are secrets to be revealed can be a powerful motivator for spiritual exploration. Regardless of the veracity of these theories, they lead us to question the narratives we accept as true. The discussion about what the Vatican does or does not know about aliens and Jesus can be seen as an invitation to reflect on what it really means to have faith and how that faith relates to the unknown. This search for answers may be more important than the answers themselves, as it encourages us to explore the depths of our beliefs and open our minds to new possibilities. Jesus' relationship with beings from other planets can be seen in different ways within religious traditions. Some theological currents suggest that Jesus' presence on earth is not limited to just a divine connection, but that he could have links with beings from other worlds. This provokes an interesting reflection on the nature of the divine and how it manifests itself. For many, this idea expands the vision of God, making it more universal and inclusive. Within Christianity, this interpretation can generate heated discussions. Some theologians believe that accepting the possibility of extraterrestrial life and its interactions with Jesus could enrich faith, while others see it as a threat to established beliefs. Thus, Christian theology could expand, embracing new concepts that challenge the traditional view of God and creation. This expansion could include the idea that God is a cosmic being who communicates with different life forms throughout the universe. Other religions may also have their own interpretations. For example, some Eastern traditions address the idea of enlightened beings who come from other planes of existence, which can be compared to the experiences reported by those who believe in extraterrestrial contacts. Thus, the notion of a connection between Jesus and beings from other planets can resonate in different ways in different religious contexts, promoting interreligious dialogue. Furthermore, this discussion may lead to a reevaluation of sacred texts. Many believe that some passages may have been misinterpreted over time. For example, certain miracles and teachings of Jesus can be seen in a new light by considering the possibility that he was referring to beings from other worlds or realities. This approach could bring about a true revolution in the way the scriptures are read and understood. Acceptance of this perspective could create a broader space for spirituality. Instead of being limited to exclusionary views, faith could open up to a more comprehensive understanding of existence. This can bring new hope and a sense of unity among people, regardless of their beliefs, by recognizing that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. When we look at other cultures and their mythologies, we find stories that, at first glance, may seem distant from the Christian narrative. but which have surprising similarities. Messianic figures and prophets in different traditions often have characteristics that demonstrate contacts with beings from other worlds. For example, many myths speak of deities that descend from heaven and interact with humanity, similar to what is said about Jesus. A notable example is the figure of Quetzalcoatl, an Aztec deity who, according to legend, came from celestial regions and brought teachings to the people. This narrative echoes the story of Jesus as a being who descended into the world to guide humanity. This type of parallel raises questions about the common origin of many spiritual traditions and the possibility of shared experiences between different cultures. Furthermore, contemporary stories of abductions and encounters with extraterrestrial beings can also be compared to ancient accounts of divine encounters. These reports, which often include descriptions of luminous or strange-looking beings, may reflect experiences that, from a modern perspective, could be interpreted as contacts with extraterrestrials. Thus, narratives from different cultures can serve as a mirror to understand beliefs about life beyond Earth. Analysis of these similarities suggests that the idea of beings from other worlds is not exclusive to a single religion, but a universal concern of humanity. Stories of messianic figures in diverse cultures can be seen as attempts to explain phenomena that transcend common human experience. This search for answers may have led to mutual influences where traditions feed off each other, creating a rich mosaic of beliefs. As we study these parallels, we can begin to realize that human spirituality is more interconnected than we realize. Stories of divine encounters and otherworldly beings can reveal a profound truth about the human search for meaning and connection to something greater. This cultural and religious exchange can be an important step in expanding our understanding of life, the universe, and our place in it. Acceptance of the theory that Jesus may have had interactions with extraterrestrial beings could radically transform the historical narrative of his life. Many events in his career, such as the miracles and revelations described in the Gospels, could be reinterpreted in a new light. Instead of being seen simply as divine signs, these events could be considered as encounters with beings from other dimensions or planets, which would change the way we understand spirituality and the presence of superior beings on Earth. Furthermore, this new perspective could generate a review of established religious doctrines. The figure of Jesus, which is already complex in nature, would come to be seen not only as a savior, but also as a mediator between humanity and advanced civilizations. Christian theology, for example, would have to adapt to these new ideas, taking into account the possibility that Jesus' message of love and compassion could have a more far-reaching origin than previously thought. Religious institutions, which traditionally play a central role in shaping people's beliefs, would likely have mixed reactions. Some could strongly resist the idea, seeking to reaffirm their traditional doctrines. Others, however, could see an opportunity to expand their base of believers by integrating this new vision into their practices and teachings. Thus, the discussion about Jesus' relationship with extraterrestrial beings could create internal and external divisions in religious communities. Furthermore, acceptance of this theory could also impact the way the story of humanity is told. If Jesus did indeed interact with otherworldly beings, it raises questions about the origins of many beliefs and practices that have developed over the centuries. The historical narrative could include a new layer of complexity, where extraterrestrial contacts are considered an influential factor in the development of civilizations and religions. The discussion around this theory could stimulate a broader dialogue between science and religion. Although often seen as opposites, the search for understanding life beyond Earth and the investigation of spiritual experiences could find themselves at a point of convergence. This could open new avenues of knowledge and understanding, allowing people to explore questions that go beyond the limitations of what we currently know. And so, we reach the end of another intriguing journey. The idea that Jesus could have connections with extraterrestrial beings opens up a range of questions that challenge our perception of history and spirituality. Were these civilizations from other worlds the true guardians of hidden knowledge? And what else could the Vatican be hiding from us? Let's imagine for a moment, What if the miracles we know were not just divine acts, but interactions with advanced technologies? How would this change our understanding of faith? Could these apocryphal manuscripts, which have been denied to us, contain truths that would alter the course of religion and humanity? Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about these theories? Do you believe there is more between heaven and earth than we know? Don't forget to leave your comment and share your ideas. And if you like this content, like and subscribe to continue exploring the mysteries surrounding the life of Jesus and other fascinating topics. What else can we discover together? The truth may be closer than we imagine.